Hello, soul friends. Miriam here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is all about the season of spring, which is upon us at the time of filming this. However, if you are feeling drawn to this reading just any old time, it is a timeless reading. So go ahead and stick around. If you are watching it not during the time of spring, it's just going to be the next few months or the next season ahead. Okay. And I did do one of these before, but it disappeared. I watched it disappear on my phone. Like a little gremlin just ate it right in front of my face. And I was like, Dida. Yeah, it was quite sad. Remember, no matter your individual beliefs, tarot or oracle reading is your spirit guides coming forward to give you advice, or it's just your subconscious mind helping you answer life's ponders. And no matter how you look at that, it is healthy and you are in the right place. We have little rocks to choose from for pile one. We have this little baby right here. Not sure what it is. I don't even remember where I got it at this stage. This is smoky quartz. Try really hard not to drop this because you can see it's got a lot of little cracks in it, little fractures. But it sparkles really pretty in my windowsill. And then we have a raw amethyst for pile 3. If you are interested in the cards we are using today, we will be using all of these cards. These are the pre-shuffled variety if you'd like to see them being shuffled, so you know I'm not just making them up. There is a chunk of that will be shown after this. You can skip it if you don't need, proof of my authenticity. These are the cards we will be using. These are these ones. This was for these oracle cards. Every group will also be getting more clarification from this tarot deck. Sorry. And then pre-shuffled as well, we have, and that's the one with the little owl on the back. Actually, there's a couple of owls on the backs of these. The tarot and this have owls on the backs. I'm just an owl freak like that. Okay. Yeah, we'll see you in your individual readings. Take care. Bye, 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 bye. Hello, soul friends. So if you like to see live shuffles, well, let's go ahead and put one of those in there. So let's start with some oracle. I was tired of amazing things happening and then not having it, proven that, I had it going on with the predictions and all. I'm feeling 3 for these for some reason. And if you're like, what's this video about? Watch the intro. I'm just kidding. It's actually about the next few months or spring if you're watching this when I'm publishing it, which is right at the beginning of spring. Hello. Sorry, I was more talkative on the first one of these I did. That disappeared. My phone just ate it and it disappeared. So this is, the spring season, the sequel. You don't get to see what the other messages were. It's all right. You know what? In retrospect, I realized that they were very similar to readings in the last 2 videos that I just published about the end of winter, things coming to an end, leaving your mark. So go check those out if you're like feeling cold. All right, I'm gonna do things. It feels like there's about 4 there. It also feels 4-ish. And so does that. Give or take a card or 2. All right, let's get your rocks out. There you go. All right, we'll see you in the intro. If we didn't see you in the intro already, or we'll see you in your individual readings if this is all you needed to do. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 1. So if you picked the very raw, I don't know what this is, stone, it very matches everything out here though. If you picked that, we will get into your reading now. If you like this little dragon, you can get information on how to get one of those in the description box. I apologize. This was given to me. I should have done this in the intro. This was given to me by the ogre John who lives in my basement. But it's like printed out of, what do you call it? 3D printer. And its little wings move. I'll do a better intro with him next time. But his info is in the description box. And then next time I'll make sure that I do a proper introduction for our little dragon friend here. But for y'all, let's see what's going to happen for you guys for the season of spring. Let's start with your Celtic Oracle cards. Ooh, Portal, Change, Gateway, New Beginnings, number 26. You got like a spiral. Not sure if that's just shading or some kind of drawing. Got some crescent moon action. Some rune action. All right, let's see what else we got for you. We have number 10, Tree Spirit, Strength, Growth, Stability. Those are wonderful things to have amidst change. Then we also have number 17, Celestial, Cosmos, Creation, Spiral. A spiral? Well, wouldn't you know it? There's spirals in all of these. Now, this is a Celtic deck and all. But that's still something to take stock of, my friends. Whenever you see little synchronicities like that in your readings, always pay attention to those wonderful things. Okay. So I feel like y'all are embarking on a time of change. I don't know why I just got southern there for a second. For this season coming up, or the next few months coming up, if you're not watching this during springtime. I feel like it's good change. I feel like it's divine change, divine intervention even, of wonderful change coming. I also see it as like a celestial path, like part of your life's journey is coming up, like something big about it is happening during this next season. Well, let's see what else we've got for you, my little friends. I'm French. Oh. Any French people offended by that? I apologize. I would be offended. No, I wouldn't, because I don't care. Okay, so we have Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. This also gives me Empress vibes. Female ladies out there who may become pregnant, who don't want to. Keep an eye on things. This would indicate a fertile time. People trying. Keep an eye on things. This is a fertile time. It also just means a fertile time in your life that can be abundant in other ways. Money being one. Love being the other. Dirty, gross, sexy sex. Oh, what else we got? We have a Hermit, Retreat, and Recharge. Yes. When things change, a lot of times, I I feel like especially if it's like a move, and I feel like for some of you there might be a move coming up for you. For some of you. Like an actual move of location for you, where you're actually moving to another place to live. And if that's the case, your guides are showing me that, I'm sorry, that doesn't look straight. It looks straight when I'm looking at it from my perspective. But through the phone, it looks very crooked. You can tell with my high quality equipment that I really go all out for this channel. All right. Anyway, I digress. I feel that some of you, this is an actual move. For those of you that it is an actual move, for some, there might be that sense of like, I got to get to know my neighbors. I got to get like out there in the community, like get involved in some charity, do some stuff. Your guides are actually telling you to hold off on that with this hermit card if that's what you're, if you're moving to a new place, or if you're moving into a new group, a new system, a new job, whatever, to hold back on that, trying to like integrate right away. That your guides are actually saying it'll be better for you to actually sit back and be watchful. People aren't going to think you're rude. They're just going to think you're quiet and introspective. So like friendly, polite, distanced. See what I'm saying? Let's see what else we've got. Ooh, shapeshifter. Yes, transform and unveil your gifts. You got like a hawk maybe, or an eagle. I'm not sure because I'm not a bird person. We got a wolf. Alrighty, that's pretty interesting. Goes along with change quite a bit. Super exciting. I feel like for a lot of you, like if you don't feel excited, get excited because this is a good thing. This is a good change that's coming. We also have 4 tarot cards. Oh no, some of you feel like you're losing a home by moving. What else is going on? Hang on, wait. I feel like I'm getting my cart before the pony. And now I need a drink. Anyway, yeah, some people feel like they're lost a home. Like others, I feel like this new beginning stage at something, like it feels exciting to some of you. Like not all of you feel like you're worried about it. Like this is a big opportunity, this change that's coming through. If you aren't aware of what this change is, go ahead and just take this as future events. Some of you might feel like you're losing your home, being displaced, worried that you won't have any place to turn, feeling totally outcasted. For some of you, change a lot of times can change. Sometimes like unexpected change in your life can also change who is in your life. And I get it. It can hurt. Sometimes the change can be people coming in and out of our lives. People like babies. Careful if you don't want one of those. Yeah, we have 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is about not seeing an opportunity. It's like, I feel like for this pile, like this energy right here is going to be eclipsed by this idea that you have of, even if this feels like scary, like this could happen, you're not going to turn your back on this opportunity, is what I'm seeing with those cards. Yes, there's a good chance for some balance, some good times, even romance. Gross in some people's cases. And oh my gosh, the Hermit again, right on top of the other Hermit. Yes, be watchful. If you do embark into a new love adventure with someone, just be watchful when it's new. I can't tell you how many people I have that worry in my life, that worry about where this relationship is going. Even if the relationship is going well, they worry about whether or not it's going fast enough, whether or not that person is communicating enough, whether or not they're getting their texts answered soon enough. And it just becomes like, it can become very negative very fast, and it doesn't need to be. And so this is showing that, like, while things are new, just be mindful and watchful and learn. And you aren't going to look rude or standoffish. You're not going to miss any opportunities. You're actually going to look more stoic to people, okay? And you're actually going to become more stoic in the process, which will be another change for some of you. Let's get some more tarot. to find out more about the coming months of spring, if that's when you're watching this, or just the next few months for my wonderful viewers in pile 1. Wonderful. This is a very beautiful deck of cards. I just like feel like you can almost like smell the artwork. It like smells like springtime. Okay, so we have the 9 of spells. That would be 9 of wands for tarot followers. 9 of wands is all about keeping your guard up, so we'll talk about that in just a minute. We also have the forge. What number is that? That is number 14. Which number is that? I'm like, which major arcana is that? I will look it up because these all have different names and I forget what they are sometimes. Focus, baby. It's not even dark o'clock yet. Come on. We have Ace of Wands. Very cool little dragon we got there. Notice dragon is all about transformation and change. But it's also about a great becoming, okay? Of like, and we have our dragon that is new to the channel today. Again, if you want a little dragon like that, I have the creator's information in the description box. You can order one probably from that person. Let's see. This was a gift from a person who bought it from that person. That's why I don't know their name right off the top of my head. I don't have their card in front of me. I always have grand plans and I'm going to do that, but then I never do. The sun, baby. The sun. Look how happy he is playing his little pan flute. Very cool. And 5 of visions, which I believe is 5 of cups, which is about focusing on loss and not on what you still have. Then we also have child of wands, lots of wand energy, lots of fertility energy, my friends. Make sure to be careful. So this card over here is the temperance card, and that is about balance, okay? But what I like about this card is that it's all these little like like Snow White and the 7 Dwarves. It's like all these little people in there like working on mining their gold, and like you can see that they're like making good progress and just like in a great routine. They're in a lucrative career, and so that makes me feel like, and then this sun card moved all by itself when I set that one down. That again, maybe another card underneath moved it. Skeptics, it's fine. But it called my attention to it. It means like you're going to be productive in this change. Good, wonderful things are coming with this change. I like this change. I do. And I think that's all I have to say about it. Yep. Okay. We will see you in the next one, my friends. If you found this helpful, be sure to tell me how it was helpful in the comment section. You can give me topic ideas there as well. If you would like to book a private reading, there are ways to do so in the description box. If you like the decks of cards, I usually do reviews of them, so just check the playlist for those getting updated. As I move through the seasons, I usually have new reviews. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye, 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 bye. Hello, pile 2. So he picked the Smoky Quartz. Let's get into your reading all about the next few months ahead, or the next spring season, depending on when you're watching this. Let's start with your Celtic Oracle, shall we? We have number 23, the Green Fairy, Mischief, Freedom, Reckless. Ooh, I feel Spring Breaker vibes. You crazy kids. 12, Surrender, Let Go, Freedom, Flow. Man, notice the butterfly energy we got. Not all these cards are butterflies and fairies, by the way. So we got some transformation vibes as well. Definite Spring Breaker vibes. Glow up vibes. I feel don't give an F vibes. All your Fs are gone. Number 19, She of the Woods, Peace, Connection, and Home. Hippie vibes, too. What are you guys up to? Pile 2. I feel some naughty people in a good way. So like I love this freedom aspect. I almost feel like this like everyone's gonna like have their opinion, so who cares anyway? That's kind of what I feel like coming up for you in the spring, which is really good. That's healthy energy because people are gonna talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so I feel like if this is professional, personal, platonic, romantic, family, work, school, it doesn't matter. Like life journey wise, you are like embracing self. I love how like the arms are outstretched in both of these, right? I love the wings coming in. I love that they're specifically butterfly kind of wings. I also like that she has little branches coming out of her head, almost like horns, but they're branches, like she's branching out in her thoughts. Okay. And yeah, totally mischievous. Like, I feel like a lot of you, if somebody gave you some absinthe right now, you'd be like, I don't really drink, but I'm going to drink that. You naughty, naughty, naughty children. Not in this country, though. It's illegal. I looked it up. Actually, I didn't look it up. It was illegal when I was a kid. I don't know if it's true now. Because, you know, my drinking to be adventurous days are over. Let's look at your angel and ancestor guide oracles here. We have Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Yeah, that self-acceptance like we were just talking about. That like not giving a damn what others think and just moving forward. We have Guardian Angel, you are not alone. Yeah, even though you might feel kind of like you're like branching out on your own because you are just embracing yourself. And that usually means being ready to embrace yourself by yourself if that's what it takes, because not everybody might be down with that. But what I'm hearing from your guides is that you don't care. You're like going forward, okay, no matter what. But your guides are also saying that you have protection at this time. That if there is any naysayers or people who are like, you know, wrinkling their nose at you or evil eyeing you or trying to like slow your flow because you're doing, you know, well and embracing change in a good way. You know, tell them to go eat a bug. Such a southern thing to say, I feel like, even though I don't know if that's from the South. My dad used to say it, so maybe, but I think he heard it from a friend, so maybe not. Big time energy, animal, totem power. Direction guardian, choose your path. Yeah, you're just going on your own, man. You're like, you know what? I'm doing my own thing, and y'all can keep on up with me if you wish. I'm just going to squish these all together. I had it set up differently for the last pile, but these all go so well together. Let's just squish them. Squish you. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like this like awesome self-love coming through with this reading. It's just quite remarkable and beautiful. I'm just thrilled for y'all. I also have some tarot cards for you. Ooh, beautiful. 8 of Cups. Yes. 8 of Cups is about walking away from like a group, a situation, a lifestyle, These cards really don't want to focus in this light for some reason. A lifestyle, a person, a situation, an Irish goodbye, as they call it, where you just kind of look around the room and duck out the back, okay? And it's not because you're like a coward. It's not because you're a bad person. It's just because the sport is at its best and you're moving on. And so that is very cool energy as well, because I feel like a lot of you are, with this change that's coming through for you, that a lot of you are moving on to something better, and that not everybody wants to agree that that's what's happening, but that's what's happening. So let's keep going. We have the 9 of Swords. Yeah, there's some fear that's going to be mixed in with that, and that's okay, right? Just keep your nose to the grindstone. I feel like if some of you, if this is a new career that you're taking on, like I've got that vibe of like that poor kid that like had a bunch of farmer rancher people for their family, right? Or like a kid that their entire family were like learned doctors. Like a house of learned doctors. What is that from? Hey, give me quotes. Come on, babies. All right, anyway. I like to quote old movies and see if people remember what they are and tell me in the comments section. But anyway. So anytime I say where's that from? I'm quoting a movie in my little, ramblings here. But anyway, I feel like that kid that was like around a house of learned doctors or, a little farm boy, with a bunch of rancher hunter families and they just want to be an artist or like a ballet dancer, right? And they're like, I have to follow my dream. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. What's that from? Anyway, I feel that vibe for some of you, but it's like, that you have to fly, little peacock. All right. I get it. And the sun, yes. Like, it's all going to be wonderful. Like, you're on your true path. This is where you're supposed to be. Ma patous. Let's get some more tarot to just, like, affirm how awesome you are and how great all this is going to be. Because I feel like that's how it's going to be. Oh. Well. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I keep kicking the camera. Okay, let's look and see what we got. Cards that don't want to focus. It's just that time of day, I guess. We're just that lucky. It's because they're kind of glossy and it doesn't know if it wants to focus on my reflection, which it definitely doesn't want to. And the art of these beautiful cards. Come on. Like, it was a fast reading until it took 80,000 years to get the details of the cards to come through. We have 9 of challenges, which would be 9 of swords. Yes. That feeling of fear is totally normal. Same card, different deck. Do not be scared. But a little discomfort is normal, and I feel like you're gonna work through that, all of you. Yes, we have the Council of Animals. Or justice, as it were, I think. Okay, I was kind of right and kind of wrong. I meant judgment. And I was right. This is the judgment card. It's not the justice card. The judgment card. That's about, a lot of times, like, it's about getting a second chance, but it's also, about exes coming back, but it's also about rising to what, the occasion, rising to what you're destined to rise for, okay? Being chosen to rise, that kind of energy. This is beautiful. We have the Seeker of Spells. That would be Seeker. I believe that is the Knight of Wands, which means you're ready to take action towards those spiritual and inspirational goals. We also have the Seeker of Visions. That is the Knight of Cups. See, so much action energy, action-oriented people in this pile. Like, you're ready to take, like, if you were like a soldier, you'd be ready to go to war right now. Oh my God, I love that you got this as well. This is the Fool card, which is also about answering a different kind of call, right? This is at the beginning of a journey. This one's more towards the end. But this is about answering a call as well. And, like, I love that they do the white stag, because the white stag is like the guy who appears to you in the forest and is like, kind of like a burning bush moment of like, hey, mortal, you've got important, like, spiritual work to do, important life path stuff to do, etc. and so forth. Interesting. I feel like for some of you, like, this transformation is like having a child, so maybe check out pile 1 as well. We have the 3 of Spells, or the 3 of Wands. They are in the water, but they are on fire going along their little way. I almost thought it was cups for a second. Yeah, your plan is going into fruition. Like, you've set your little spell out across the river, and there it goes. And you've cast it out, and now it's just a matter of time to see what will come back to you. As far as I can tell, based on your energy, it's all going to be good things. with the Sun card. It just doesn't get better than the Sun. Okay. We also have... Yeah, I was going to say, the Sun card was from the other deck. I'm losing my mind. Okay, let's go, go, go. We also have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles traditionally means like it shows a person waiting for a crop to take form, and it's taking a while. It's not quite ready to harvest yet. That is kind of what this is showing. So for some of you, you are ready to go to war, whatever it is that you're ready to go towards. But at the same time, for some of you, there is still a little bit of a wait. And so that's part of the challenge as well, is to get that wait part in. So this challenge or this transformation that you're feeling, it's going to go well for all of you. I feel a lot of good abundance coming in. I feel a lot of self-love and self-acceptance. Which is like, I'm not even talking about how other people feel about you, because like nobody cares. And I'm not saying I don't care how other people think about you. I'm saying that how people feel about you is irrelevant anyway. And so like, I feel like that's why none of that came up in this reading in general, even though some of you might be like, but wait, how are people going to feel about me? It doesn't matter. You're coming into your own and doing what you need to do, and people will fall in line with that. So that will either be like, they'll fall in line with you because they'll follow you. They'll fall in line with you because they'll support you. They'll fall in line because they'll at least accept you for who you are, because at this point you're in such a raw, genuine state. Raw, like that rock. You know, raw like how people like to eat oysters. If you like oysters, I do not. The world is your oyster. What? Okay, I'm going to get out of here. You know what, I'm doing that. I am channeling, just so you know. Those of you that are like, why do you ramble? Just kidding. Nobody says that. Okay, I'm going to see you all later. If this was helpful, give me comments on how in the topic section, or in the comment section. Give me topics there as well. I always do that wrong. And then also, if you'd like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. We will see you in the next one, my friends. Take care. Bye, 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 bye. Hello, pile 3. So if you picked the raw amethyst and this pile of cards, then we are going to see what the next few months have in store for you, or what spring has in store for you, depending on when you are watching this. Let's look at your Celtic Oracle first. We have Step Out, number 20, Hidden Courage Camouflage. Okay. Interesting cards today. We also have 35, Divination. Guides, Tree Spirits. I probably said that wrong. We have a beautiful little wheel looking situation. Kind of reminds me of a birth chart. Kind of reminds me of a dream catcher. Kind of reminds me of the Wheel of Time. Also, we have this other little wheel over here. So I just like to point out synchronicities. We also have the Herbalist, number 36, Herbs, Medicine, and Healing. Okay. So for some of you, I feel like there's a challenge of your health coming forward for spring. And I feel like for some of you, this is like maybe something new that you didn't realize you were going to have to deal with. Like maybe a test result came back that you were like, oh, snapskis, you know, like I actually have to follow up with this in some way. For those of you feeling that way, courage is the way to go. You know, if you don't feel brave, just act brave. It'll help you feel better. That is honestly the message from your guides. I'm not saying that if you've had a horrible diagnosis of like a terminal illness, you better hide your feelings. Not what I'm saying. But regardless of what life dishes to us, and this is something that I have to find in my own life because I also have weird health issues, that like you do have to keep finding the joy in whatever lot that you're dealt. You do have to try to keep finding the joy. Well, you don't have to, you know, there are alternatives that are like more painful for everyone involved, but your guide's message to you is just try to find the joy. Be courageous. If you feel like you can't be, just fake it until you make it. Like I feel like for some of you with the health thing, that some of you might not look your best right now, or feel like you look your best right now because you're dealing with health stuff. I also know what that is like. And if you're lucky, like me, people will come right out and tell you you look like crap. And you're like, I'm dying, Carol. But thanks. You know? And if you're not the type of person that says that stuff to people or comments on people's appearances, which generally, if people comment on yours all the time, you don't comment on theirs all the time because you feel like it makes people uncomfortable because you would be right. Anyway, that all being said, it's okay to just act as if everything is cool if that's what you need to do to get through, okay? Like sometimes like acting as if the rest follows is the message with that one. I'm not saying it applies to every situation, but that is a word of encouragement from your guides. Like, you know, just doing your best to like maybe yeah, your skin's gaunt or your, you know, your face is gaunt and you're pale or whatever. You know, but you can still wear a nice suit is kind of like what they're saying. Okay, you can keep your joy and dignity where you can. With divination, they're talking about getting in touch with your roots, getting in touch with your tree spirits, touching into your rune, you know, which I am, for a Celtic and Nordic person, I am very terrible at understanding runes. They're there. I kind of know what some of them mean. I have some of them tattooed on me, but at the same time, if you show me one, you're like, what's this mean for me? I'm like, I just don't have as much experience with them. So get to know your runes, particularly that one. I think it's Ogum, but I could be wrong. Okay. And then also just accept that life has different cycles. And like, that's the other thing with the Wheel of Time type lesson is that we have our ups and our downs, and to everything turn, there is a season, etc. and so forth. We are talking about seasons in this. And then, yes, for some of you that are dealing with health issues, there are some herbal remedies that you can try that might help you. Okay. And I'm not saying to just abandon Western medicine, tell your doctors to all like, you know, pee off, and you're going to go find yourself you know, some kind of like a meditation that's going to cure you. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can add these things in on top of that other medical stuff, which is something that I do. I go and see doctors that are like actual medical doctors, and then I also go and see like holistic doctors and energy healing doctors and all of that. Okay. We're actually going to do a reading on what needs to be healed, and I'll be talking about some of those people that maybe some of you might want to get a hold of. But anyway, I digress. I feel like for a lot of you, the next few months is like a time of, if it's not about your health, there's definitely like some healing that needs to go on emotionally. And it has to do something with time. Something that happened to you in your life's journey. It could be recent. It could be something that happened in the past that's now affecting your present, even if it was super distant past, even past life past. Okay. But there's this idea of like, you're just now starting to kind of like wriggle out of this cocoon that you've been in of some kind, or a hibernation period, or a hermit time, or whatever, where you're going to finally step out into the light, and you're going to take the new things you've learned and take them with you. Yes, let's see what else we've got. We have the Air Guardian, shift your perception. Yeah, for those of you that are dealing with health, perception is everything. And like, as somebody that deals with health myself, I totally get it. I am not discounting anybody's like suffering, because it's a bee out there, man. I get it. And like, I also get like what it's like to be one of the people where there really isn't any like special cure or answer for you in all of the things. Even all the things I was like, go ahead and try all the things. Okay. But a lot of times they say it is about the journey. So hop on that train, my friends. You got some journeying to do. We also have the moon. Take note of intuitive messages. So pay attention to your dreams during this time. Also, your intuition is strong during this time. Your psychic gifts are growing at this time. And you are, even if your health is in a struggle, spiritually, you are like coming into your own this season. Like you are, I feel like for some of you in this pile that some of you are a little bit older, and like you're really like stepping in and owning that, like, of instead of being like, oh, it sucks, I'm getting old or whatever, you're like, mother effers, I'm not a little baby anymore. I'm an adult, or I've fought in a war, or I've worked in inner city school for the last 20 years, or, whatever. Like, I've seen some stuff, and I'm going to own that. I see that coming through as well. Even with the health crisis people, I see that coming through of like, yeah, I might have like this debilitating illness. And that wiggling that you see is my cat rubbing his face against the pole of this little microphone stand that I used to hold my phone. Yeah, I'm that much of a purist, my friends. That's the camera equipment I have. A microphone stand and a phone. And a wonderful audience of beautiful people who are like kicking some butt and taking some names. All right, we also have summer, bask in joy and light. Oh, I love this for the people who are watching this during the spring, because it means that like by summer things are going to kind of take a turn. I feel like that you'll be in a better place emotionally, that you'll be in a better place spiritually, and that a lot of you will be in a better place with your health, because if you just keep being proactive and trying new things, like eventually you're going to get better, or you're going to get dead. Like there's no like in betweens with like health stuff, eventually you get better or you don't, and so I feel like for a lot of you, like there's going to be a lot of healing that takes place. Emotionally, I definitely feel the healing taking place as far as like self-acceptance and self-awareness, and just, yeah, shifting your perception to like what you need to shift it to for the given time that you are in your life. Let's look at your tarot that came in. We have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, even with the health situation, there are like situations and doors and choices that are going to open up to you that are going to help. The buck doesn't stop here, as they say. You've still got times to be had. You've still got good times to be had. I like that she's like, I'm hearing somebody say, you will dance again. As like cliche and silly as that sounds, some of you might actually like want to dance again. Some of you might actually want to get out again or do things like you used to do, have a career similar to what you used to have, etc. and so forth. We have the King of Wands. That's all about inspiration, passion, taking action towards those things, falling in love, healing through like, lots of trial by fire stuff, but yes, healing. Temperance is also about healing and balance. I'm so sorry, it doesn't want to focus on these cards. There we go. I also see so much spirit animal energy in here. This rabbit. Looks like we've got like some cloven-hooved beasts of some sort back here. Some horned beasts. Some more. We got a turtle. Just whatever stands out to you. I'll just shut up and let you look. And like whatever stands out to you, that could be a spirit animal of yours that's coming through to say hello. Lots of them. You might just be like a really gifted person when it comes to like reading for animals or being spiritually connected to them, or veterinarian skills are also a thing. We always go with science here as well. Jeez Louise, an 8 of Wands. That's about fast moving change, but wonderful change, wonderful things coming through. If you're waiting for something to happen and that card comes out, you don't have to wait much longer. Okay. And so if this is a health thing also, the wands are attached to summer. And I do feel healing and stuff coming in for some people for summer. What else? What else? I think that's it for those. Let's go ahead and get you some tarot cards. This one really wanted to come off the top. So we're going to take it. All about the coming months for my wonderful people in pile 3. I really feel for the people dealing with health stuff, because it's such an uncertain thing to have to go through, and it can be very isolating. It can also be inspiring, and like, you know, you end up finding like some really cool allies in unlikely places, but it is just a scary and hard thing to have to face in your life. What else we got? Thank you. All right. I think that feels right. Let's see what we have. All right, we're starting off with the Nine of Spells. Interesting, in the same exact position that it happened in the last pile. That is about overcoming challenges, but it's also about relaxing. It's also about learning not to sacrifice too much. It can be an indication that you're pushing yourself a little too hard. Whoa. This is the exact same card in the exact same position of this one. This is the Judgment card. That talks about coming into your own. It also talks about answering the call of what higher purpose has for you. What I like about this one for people that are dealing with health issues is that, like, it's about getting a second chance. And so I like feel that energy for this pile. And then in this particular instance as well, the Nine of Wands shows a person that's like battle weary, that's been like beat up, that usually has a bandage on their head, and they're like standing guard and just trying to prop themselves up on their little like battle stick, right? I feel like some of you are battle weary. I feel that some of you are going to get a second chance of not having to feel that way anymore, that you're going to heal, that something is, you know, better is going to come along, that this isn't the end. Yeah, and I see Nine of Swords, or Nine of Challenges. This is about being afraid, okay? But it's not about realistic fear. It's not about something that's actually going to come to pass that's going to harm you. It usually just means a time of sleepless nights, times of uncertainty, times of fear and anxiety, okay? And I totally get that if people are dealing with health. I totally get that if you're dealing with like big, significant shifting change that is like a huge, you know, shift in your journey. Like, none of that is entirely, you know, the whole thing can't be comfortable. We have the Lovers card. This is all about finding stability and balance. It's also about finding healing. It's also about gross, finding romance. So for some of you, you'll be finding a partner to help you through this. For those of you that aren't finding a partner, you might already have a partner who is helping you through this. You might have an unlikely friend who pops up, an unlikely ally. It could just be somebody seeing eye to eye with you during this time, a doctor seeing eye to eye with you. You could be like seeking like, you know, counseling because you're dealing with a lot of health stuff or a lot of emotional stuff. And so you have a counselor that's very, very eye to eye with you. This doesn't mean your counselor wants to sleep with you. Don't get that idea in your head. That's called transference. Okay, here we go. Some more. We have the Enchanter or the Magician. Come on, baby, focus for me. There we go. Oh, I love that little raven skull he's got, or a little crow skull of some kind. Okay. You have what you need to get you through this challenge. And like, magic is also like that holistic medicine stuff we were talking about. Magic and energy can also play a big part in this, of like at least helping you feel better if you're dealing with health, or if you're dealing with circumstances that are out of your control. Because that's what sucks about health, is it like takes things out of our control, like totally, in so many different ways, right? And I'm not saying we're all control freaks, you know, but to a certain extent, we like to have some control or say over what we do in our lives. And that's why it sucks when that happens. So like, your guides are here to tell you that you do have control, that you still have the upper hand, that you still have room to heal, that you still have room to move forward, okay? We also have the Weaver of Spells. That would be the Queen of Wands. Yeah, glow up, baby. This is not the end of the journey for you guys. You are going to be fine, is what I'm hearing. Like, you're going to get a second chance in a lot of cases. You're going to be able to let go of fear. You're going to receive help if you need help. You've already got what you need to do it yourself, if that's what you need. You're going to get better at what you need to get better at, okay? So take heart, my friends. Things are looking like they're going to be just fine for you, okay? Alrighty. If this was helpful, give me comments on how it was helpful in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. Thank you so much. We will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye, 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 bye.